Fiora. More like a sayonara. Wait. Hey everyone, ArchTalko here, welcoming you back to Xenoblade Chronicles. In the previous episode, we got introduced to this beautiful world by Honest, met up with a whole bunch of memorable characters, and believe me when I say there are plenty more where that came from. So, today we are going to be meeting up with a certain blonde-haired Spud Muffin McGee? Spud Muffin McGee over at Outlet Park. We're going to be getting an amazing view. But while we're on our way there, there's something that I really want to talk about. Now, obviously, I'm a huge fanboy of this game, and so you're basically going to be hearing like non-stop praises from me. And this is one that I really just want to get off my chest, okay? The thing is, this game was developed by Monolith Soft, a Japanese developer, so as such, I mean, this is a JRPG, and especially for the time that this was released, like 2011, 2012, I believe. A lot of games that came out during that time in this genre were suffering from a lot of like the very bad tropes that the genre had kind of made for itself. Especially like, I think back to when Final Fantasy 13 was released and all the hub that was made about that. Xenoblade Chronicles is essentially like the Final Fantasy 13 antithesis, right? You have insanely likable characters, a very non-linear world, a game that really respects your time for the most part. There are a few instances where I will criticize. Like here, I mean, the fact that like every NPC has their own schedule and their own motives, and you can change the time to whenever you want to just conveniently sync your time up to those NPCs to do their quests easier. The fact that, again, this game, you follow a linear story, but like, look at this map. I mean, we've walked around a pretty good deal, and we haven't even explored like a quarter of everything to see in Colony 9. And the best part is like, you see how giant this map is? This is one of the smallest areas in the game. Yeah, it is insane. And I think just the fact that this game really values your time, I think that really speaks a whole ton about how amazing it is. So anyway, cutscene time.
The Monado. It's the only sword that's effective against the Mechon armor. They say that before time began, it was wielded by the Bionis. The same Bionis that we all live on. It must have a secret. That's how Dunban was able to destroy so many Mechon. And why he lost the use of his right arm. If I can just unlock the secret of its power.
Shulk!
Fiora! This is great. It tastes so good.
Really?
It's amazing.
Oh, Shulk, you say that every day.
Not quite. It's always delicious, but today it's amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. I used some special herbs and spices today. So if you said it was just the same as usual, I'd know for sure you had no sense of taste.
What?
Oh, nothing. The breeze feels so good.
Yeah. I'd forgotten what it feels like. I never thought it could be so quiet here.
You're spending too much time with Ryan. You're getting used to all the noise he makes.
Yeah, maybe.
It's so peaceful. You know, Shulk, I hope every day can be like this, always.
Huh? The debris siren.
Strange. There hasn't been much falling lately.
There might be more on the way. The anti-air batteries can't protect us out here. Let's get back to the lab.
Okay.
Alright guys, don't lie to yourself. I mean, we all have that inner Dixon that ships Shulk and Ryan, but God, those two are so cute together. That scene just always warms my heart. And that's the thing too, man. This game, I mean, there's a few awkward moments, but for the most part, the writing is just so like genuine and sincere. That's also reflected in these heart-to-hearts that we'll have coming up. We can also change our party. So, you know what, let's go ahead. I'm gonna pull that up and we're gonna show that off right now. Whoever is in the center of the screen will be the person that you play as, and every person that joins your team can be played as, which is awesome. It really gives you a lot of variety for choosing your own kind of like play style with each character. But for now, I mean, let's play as Fiora. Why not? You know, she's so cute, man. Why wouldn't we want to play as Fiora? We're also gonna be doing a heart-to-heart. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and actually hit the pause button right here because there's something I do need to go over. So heart-to-hearts on this channel, I'm going to be trying something different. I'm not totally sure how it's going to work out, so definitely leave comments down below. Let me know like what you think of this format. But basically, the goal of this Let's Play is to make it as interactive and engaging as possible with you, the viewer. Again, I really want to put the Let's back in Let's Play. And honestly, I feel like the YouTube annotations are a really great way to do it. I made an interactive Power State simulator for Undertale, and it really took off. A lot of people really enjoyed it. And I kind of want to apply the same concepts to here. Now, every heart-to-heart in Xenoblade Chronicles has 4 different paths. There's essentially 4 different branching dialogue. Well, there's 2 different branching dialogue choices that you can pick, which results in 4 choices. And so what we're going to do, whenever one of those choices comes up with these heart-to-hearts, I am going to basically pause the action for a couple seconds, give you time to click on an option, and then that clicking on the annotation will lead you directly to that choice. Now, obviously, I think this goes without saying, make sure your annotations are enabled, and mobile viewers, have no fear. Unfortunately, you won't be able to use the annotations. I'm gonna look into cards and see if that's maybe a thing that can work out and still like not be very obtrusive. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna work out the kinks with that, but have no fear. I'm gonna lay this out in a linear fashion so that if you just have no access to the annotations, you can still watch through and it'll still basically make sense if that is okay. If not, I'm also going to make sure that in the description below, I'm going to put the timestamps for when each choice happens. So that way you have another option to select which one you want. And then if you just want to skip the whole thing because you've already seen it before and you just want to move on with like my commentary, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm so humbled. Then that'll be an option for you as well. So I just want to explain that real quick. And without further ado, let's hear my terrible voice acting. Yay. Hey, Shulk? You remember that time we watched the sunrise right here? It was when we were quite young. Yeah, I remember. We came because... You don't remember, do you? And since when have you ever invited me to do anything? Oh, I mean, I could have sworn that was what happened. No, silly. I had a big fight with Dunban and ran out of the house. Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now. If I'm remembering right. Yeah, Dunban was pretty angry. But I shouldn't have said I was going to run away from home. You really had him shaken up. He was worried about you. I know. I'm sorry. You didn't have to stay with me all night. Of course I did. Besides, it was fun. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Shulk, I can't believe you. Okay, I might have said some stuff about wanting to be your bride, but you promised you'd forget about it. I'm sorry, Fiora. I couldn't resist. I mean, if I'm honest, I quite like the idea of you being my bride. Shulk, don't get any funny ideas in your head. I was just a kid. I barely even knew what a bride was. He still remembers? Oh, Shulk. And for choosing those options, we get the heartbreaking achievement. Very fitting, considering how much of a ladies' man Shulk has turned out to be. Oh boy. What a guy. You had a big falling out. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Really, it had nothing to do with you. But I still dragged you out and made you stay up all night. I'm glad we did it, even though it was only that one time. We talked for hours and hours about all our hopes and dreams. And then he fell asleep on my arm as we looked up at the stars. Oh no! What? What is it? Oh, Shulk. I have this terrible feeling I said something really embarrassing. Like I wanted to get married? Shulk, you don't remember what I said back then. I can't quite put my finger on it. Hold on, I know I'll get it. Oh, don't worry. No need to remember. Forget I even brought it up. Anyway, that's the end of that conversation. Let's talk about something else. Okay, whatever you say, Fiora. Yes, I think I pulled it off. He doesn't suspect a thing. I hope he remembers one day. But for now, it's just a bit too embarrassing. And for picking the quote-unquote right options, we get the heartwarming achievement, and Shulk levels up from it. Huh. Neat. Did I? I guess I might have said that, but I'm talking about something else? No, you definitely said you want us to all go fishing. So we went the next day, you, me, and Ryan. You caught the biggest fish. I'll never forget the size of it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, it was fun. We had a great time, didn't we? Ah, Shulk, you've really forgotten all about it. I just hope you remember one day. So I went ahead and reloaded just so we could go ahead and do the heartwarming options because it's just so cute, man. And I mean, Shulk levels up from it, but then again, he's basically going to level up from anything. I mean, Ryan could basically give him a funny look and he'd level up, if you know what I'm saying, fellas. Oh, dang. Anyway, Outlook Park. Oh my gosh, if I lived in an area like this with all these picnic areas, this amazing view up high on a cliff, oh, how amazing would that be? How amazing would that be if we were also to take a plunge? Oh man, the good old alley-oop. This game does have fall damage, but thankfully, if you do fall into a body of water that you're actually able to swim in, you will negate all fall damage, regardless if it's actually like hitting a concrete wall or not. So that's pretty awesome, gotta say. Either way, God, I keep saying either way, I should probably stop doing that. Maybe, who knows, we'll see. I'll work on it, guys. No guarantees though. What I am gonna do though, is I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of cut around. I kind of just want to walk back to the point. I think we have to go to the weapon developments lab. So obviously it's quite a trek, but I kind of want to start getting some collectibles now. If anything exciting happens, I'll cut to it. If not, I will meet you guys there. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. No, I just want, ow. Okay, well, when you get spotted by an enemy like this cute brog here, you can't pick up any collectibles, and oh god, he's a level higher than Fiora. Alright, well, combat with Fiora. She's very similar to Shulk. She does a lot of damage, has like no defenses, and is about to die. Thank you, Shulk. Oh, okay. Her talent art right here, her butterfly step. Oh my god, 4-hit combo, does so much damage. Unfortunately, generates a lot of aggro, so probably should have held off doing that till the cute brog was a little bit lower on HP. Oh god. Okay, whew. Clutch backslash. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. Thank you so much, Hulk. Saved our butts. Whew. Okay, well, that was a cute brawler. I guess, we got a little bit more combat. Won't complain. Anyway, let's, Oh, hey, okay, so this is a unique monster. Unique monsters are basically versions of the standard monsters you find in the field, but just usually bigger, always much tougher. Sometimes you have to use like unique tactics with them. They also give amazing rewards. It is very much worth your time to hunt down every single unique monster in this game, and believe me, there are one or two. Unfortunately, a lot of the unique monsters are actually linked to different side quests, and unfortunately, you have to pick up the side quest before you can defeat the unique monster to get the rewards from that side quest. So if I were to defeat that, I think it's like Vernon Bloop. If I was to defeat him now, I wouldn't get his reward from the side quest that I think he's linked to. I'm not completely sure on that one. I'll have to double check, but either way, again, I'm just gonna kind of hold off, gonna level up a little bit before really tackling him, because again, they can be pretty tough fights. All right, and with nothing else happening, we are back here, Weapon Development's lab. See a certain Rhine boy hanging out, so of course we know he's gonna be up to no good.
Rhine?
Rhine! What are you doing?
Shulk! No, I'm just...
Rhine!
Goodness.
Fiora, are you okay?
I'm fine.
It's broken.
What? What do you mean it's broken? Don't you care about me? I could have died.
You're not hurt, are you? The Monado can't cut people. More importantly, what were you thinking, Rhine?
Sorry, I came to ask a favor, but you weren't here. And I saw the Monado and...
I know I'm here a lot, but even I need fresh air sometimes. Is your body still feeling numb? We have to be very careful with the Monado. It's not a toy.
I know, man. I just wanted to touch it. Didn't know it would do that. Sorry. But is it true? The Monado really can't cut people?
The pattern in that circle. Or maybe it's a symbol. I think it shows which power the Monado has at the moment.
You think it's... a symbol?
Well, if I can find a way to increase the number of symbols, I should.
I'm sure that's all very clever. But why were you more worried about a machine than me, Shulk?
Well, I just explained why.
That's not the point.
Sorry.
Look at you, worthless without the Monado.
Until I've scrapped each and every one of you!
So, of course, I want to get my revenge.
Your blade, it did not cut deep enough.
No!
Shulk! Shulk!
What on Bionis happened there?
Rhine. Fiora.
Are you okay? Does it hurt?
No. Rhine, when you held the Monado, did you see anything?
You know, like a blue blade made of light came out. Same as just now.
I don't mean that. A feeling like time had stopped. And then...
Time had stopped.
So, was it only me who saw that?
That sounds strange. Is it another Monado thing?
Who knows? Anyway, no matter how good a sword it is, that's what happens when you hold it. Looks like Dunban really is the only one who can use it.
I won't let my brother use it ever again. Not after what it did to him.
Oh, Sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Anyway, the point is I'm fine. To be honest, this has happened a few times before. I've been researching the Monado for a long time.
Shulk, don't act as if this is nothing.
Look, don't worry about it. Anyway, Ryan, what did you want to ask me about?
Oh, yeah. Old Square Tash has gone and put me on punishment duty. Fancy tagging along?
Punishment? The Colonel was pretty angry today. Did he hit you?
Well, whether he hit me is neither here nor there, really. Although, actually, he did end up hitting me. And that ain't all. He made me do 1,000 squats and sit-ups.
Whoa, nasty.
Yeah. And now I have to go all the way to the Magmel ruins and back.
So you have to go and collect the ether cylinders?
That's the one. They're used to power the mobile artillery. Looks like the damage has been repaired. They can't move without the ether energy. And it seems like the fueling station's all out of stock.
Is the mobile artillery that big machine that crashed in the residential district?
Yeah, probably.
You know your way around there, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with you.
Yeah. Knew you would.
Hold on. The Magmel ruins are in Tephra Cave, right? I heard that there's a Mel lizard nest there. I couldn't take it if anything happened to Shulk. He's delicate. Not like you, Ryan.
What are you on about?
I'll be fine. I can take care of myself.
But...
Okay, I got it. I'll make you a promise. Shulk won't even get a scratch.
a promise doesn't mean much coming from you.
She don't trust me at all.
Nah, she doesn't mean it.
And with that, we're back to our infamous duo. Now, I love the fact that they're starting to introduce divisions, and believe me when I say they're going to be doing so much more with them. I love the way that they are implemented into this game, and I love the fact that we just got arts! Oh, and skills. Okay, well, we will definitely go over those in a little bit. First off, I want to go ahead and check out this weapon development lab. Again, there's a lot of really cool environmental stuff, so camera, if you could cooperate. Awesome. You can see there's like a bunch of books and abandoned machinery. You can see these like 5 cylinder things hooked up to the model. There's 5 arts and smash, 5 cylinder things. Coincidence? Probably. You can also see Ryan and Shulk's default weapons up on that wall. So Shulk, bro, no, dude, wrong way. Bro, I just want to oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you can actually see Ryan's scrap driver and Shulk's junk sword up on the wall. It's a really neat little touch. Again, you know, Shulk made both of their weapons and I love it. Now this is the art panel. Whenever we defeat a monster, we get AP, which are basically experience points for our arts. Leveling up arts decreases their cooldown and also increases their damage or like their specific effect. I can't level up anything with Ryan, but oh, okay, I could level up light heal. I do have barely enough. Do I wanna? Yeah, let's do it. So I feel like leveling up light heal early on can be pretty useful. For a little bit, Shulk's gonna be like the only character that can actually heal, so you know, it can be useful. I also want to go ahead and rearrange my arts. Now when I play Xenoblade Chronicles, I always like to put my offensive arts on the right hand side of the palette and my like defensive or like passive ones on the left. I apologize if this makes you feel bad about your body, because believe me, I feel like everyone kind of has their own unique way of organizing their arts, but this is the way I do it, so I just kind of have to deal with it. My sincerest apple jeans, boots with the fur. All right, let's do that. All right, looking good. I also try to organize them from like the order that I tend to activate the arts, going from center to the outside, if that makes any sense. So, all right, yeah, and I don't have enough AP. I'm 1 point short, of course, but hey, you know what? We got art school, so can't complain, I guess. Now, this is the skill tree. Each one of these branches has a different passive boost to our stats. Early on, this is not going to be doing too much, but the important thing are these badges right here. Whenever we get a certain amount of SP from enemies, which is distributed differently depending on which enemy it is, we get these sort of like perk things. We can actually unlock the ability to link them with different characters, but we can't do that now. But in due time, we'll get into it. Now, I for sure want that bonus HP with Ryan, but what do I... Having increased tension is really useful, but... block rate... Ether... Shulk does use Ether, so that can be useful. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna do that. The next one that we have in line is to bust up? to buff up our healing arts, and I feel like early game that will be very useful considering that Shulk is like the only character for a little bit that actually has any kind of healing capabilities. But hey, Fiora, hanging out? What's going on, girl? If it's for the defense force, then I guess you have to go. But Ryan, make sure you don't let anything happen to Shulk. Yeah, I get it. He'll be fine. Does he really get it? I have my doubts. I have my doubts too, Fiora. I mean, do you see those chiseled abs? This is not the face of a man you can trust. I'm just saying, those sideburns, too dreamy, honestly, if we're gonna be real here, which of course we are 100% of the time. Anyway, before we really get off to our adventure, before we start tackling the caves of Tephra and all that fun stuff, there is what may just be the most important line of dialogue in this game, except I'm not seeing him here. Hold up. Why? Maybe if I change it to morning, he'll be hanging out. Aha! The man himself. One of the only times we can talk to him outside of like cutscenes. You guys have fun. You make a great couple. What? Going to the Magma Ruins on a Defense Force mission? Sounds good. It's good to go out adventuring every now and then. I love it so much. Even Dixon ships Ryan and Shulk. Oh my god. I mean, we all have it in him. Yeah, I mean, he's basically just a representation of all of us. Hey, Shulk, where are you going, buddy? You hear him? You hear him, buddy? We make a great couple. We make a great couple. Hey, Shulk. Hey, Shulk, give me a kissy. Hey, Shulk, give me a kissy. I absolutely feel like Ryan would be that friend who would like discover like fanfics between him and Shulk, and then would like never endingly like read them aloud to Shulk, memorize like really uncomfortable lines from the fanfics, just like pester him nonstop. You can't lie to yourself, man. Ryan is totally that guy. He is totally that guy. I mean, do you hear this? He's going alley-oop, you know? And as much as I want to keep alley-ooping, I'm kind of feeling the fast travel in this case, so let's go ahead. Let's go to the main entrance. Thank you, game. God, fast travel. Ah, it's so nice. And yeah, I think we are about ready to start tackling Tephra Cave. Hold up. Do I go? Oh, okay. So the path to the right is the Mechon Record site. The path to the left is the one to Tephra Cave. Okay, got it. Cool. With that though, what do you guys say we start going over arts? I mean, we kind of already went over like the art menu thing. So we're gonna begin with Shulk. Right off the bat, Shulk with his backslash is, without a doubt, I think, one of the best arts in the entire game. There is proximity-based damage in Xenoblade. There are many moves that deal bonus damage or have bonus effects depending on where you are compared to the enemy when you attack them. In Shulk's case, backslash does a ton of extra damage if you hit an opponent in the back, as the name would probably suggest. The thing about backslash is that it deals so much damage that it is phenomenal at generating aggro for Shulk. And if that happens, if the enemy locks onto you with the aggro ring, it will be impossible to get off that bonus effect again because the enemy will be locked on Shulk and it will be impossible to actually get behind them. So the biggest thing with Shulk is like, it's really important to know when to time your stuff. Also, praying caterpillars? Probably praying to be less ugly. Oh, snap! Anyway, so yeah, the thing about Shulk, you really want to know when to use your arts and when not to, because if you have too much aggro, you're gonna have a not very good time. Slit Edge is another fantastic proximity-based art. If you go around to the side of an opponent, which I feel is a little bit trickier to do than like their back, you will lower their physical defense, which is so useful. I love using that move, and then a backslash directly after. Oh, it is so good. Light heal is pretty self-explanatory. It's just that light heal. And oh, this view, guys. Oh, this view. Oh, it makes brings a single man tear to the corner of my eye. Well, I mean, we could keep talking about art, but why don't we go ahead and activate this cutscene real quick?
You forgot something. You will be needing the transport cases, right?
Fiora!
I'm coming along as well. I'd feel better going with you boys than sitting at home worrying about you. So, let's get moving.
I knew she didn't trust me.
Looks like it.
Poor Ryan. always get in the shaft. Always. You guys will see. Well, I am so glad that Fiora's in our team, not only because she's an awesome character, but because we now have a full party of 3, which unlocks all of these goodies. Oh, there's so much awesome stuff that you can do with a full party of 3, which is really the main reason why I tend to not do many of the side quests until this point. So, now that we reach this pivotal key moment, next episode, we're finally going to be tackling many side quests of Colony 9. We're also going to change that time because, man, is this place so beautiful when the sunset. So yeah, I hope you guys are prepared for the onslaught of side quests that is to come next episode. Because anyway, that is going to be it for the day. Thank you all so much for watching me play, and as always, I'll see you guys for the next episode of Xenoblade Chronicles. Alright. Guys, if you get in the frame for like the final goodbye. Shulk. Thank you.